This is Matrix Lawyer 212, and what I'm going to talk about now is again Stephen Moffat and um, the doubt now that we think we're ever going to see Peter Jackson with Doctor Who with Stephen Moffat at the same time. Um, it just everybody's talking about it lately, and it just seems to me that Peter Jackson would have definitely been part of Doctor Who if Stephen Moffat wasn't around. With Stephen Moffat around, it looks to me that it's going to be almost impossible to have him on there. And it could be because of egos. It could be, I don't know what. It just seems to me that we had Neil Gaiman, and he had the Doctor's Wife, and it was perfect. And then you had Nightmare in Silver, and it wasn't perfect. Because Stephen Moffat interfered with the script way too much. Did he interfere with the script because he wanted to sabotage the script? I don't know. Did he interfere with the script because he didn't want it to be, he wanted to base, I mean, that's the thing I don't understand. I understand he's got to be part of every script, but why can't you just leave it like the Doctor's Wife? Why can't you just let him do his own thing? I mean, from what I understand, the whole concept of the episode changed because of Stephen Moffat. Putting the children in there and all those elements, and it's like, what? Really? And also, too, what makes no sense is that the Cybermen were behind. They were basically the reason that Adric died, his companion, and it's the same Doctor. So why would you have children sleeping on a couch, and you know that the Cybermen are around? That's the first thing that he should did was throw them in the TARDIS and bring them home. But to risk knowing that they could die, like Adric did. I mean, is it ego that he thinks, oh, he could save them if he needs to be? Because he's the Doctor? I mean, that script sucked. Okay? Not sucked in a sense where... It didn't suck in the sense where it was horrible. Okay, let me clarify. The certain elements of the script was just off the wall. But it really wasn't up to the caliber of the Doctor's Wife by any means necessary. Doctor's Wife is a 10, and this is like a 6 or 7. Probably like a 7, I mean. But it's just, Moffat needs to stay away from... I think... I want to see Peter Jackson do an episode, but I don't want to see Stephen Moffat, freaking interfere with it. I mean, I know he's the showrunner, but leave it alone, Another thing, too, if Moffat wants to interfere with scripts, then he needs to do more episodes, okay, than the beginning one, the last one. Do a 2-parter, do a 3-parter, do the first 3 episodes, do the last 3 episodes, he needs to do more episodes. And he's like, oh my god, I have so much work. No, you didn't have any work this year. You didn't have Series 8 this year. You had the 50th anniversary and the Christmas special when you picked the 12th Doctor. Whoop-de-doo, Moffat. You didn't have any work this year. The series was from last year. You had it easy this year. This year's like party time in the UK, okay? You really had it easy, I gotta say. So, yeah, I would definitely, Stephen Moffat should just bring Peter Jackson in, let him do his own thing, bring Russell T. Davis in, let him do his own episode, and he needs to, Stephen Moffat, do more than 2 episodes, okay? He needs to do a couple episodes of Series 8, maybe 3 or 4, really, honestly, and let some of the people have their creative, ideas come to fruition. Make sure that they don't interfere with the script too much. I mean, I don't understand why he had to interfere with Nightmare in Silver. Why? And why did it have to be 1 episode? It could be 2-parter. Silly Moffat. Doctor Who is for everyone. And if Doctor Who is for everyone, then don't put it in all these different directions. I mean, here's the thing. If you're going to build a romance with Clara, don't knock Clara down to River. Because it's like you building this character of the impossible girl, But then you got River Song, who's your other character that you gotta throw in there. Which, did you really have to throw her in there? What are we focused on? Clara and the Doctor or River and the Doctor? Because you confuse the living crap out of people. Okay? He's like saying goodbye to. And then another thing you explain too is like, oh, well, the 10th Doctor saved River and she's in the library. But now you make it where you contradict it. Where it's like, why did you even bother if she's not River? Like, oh, she's only like a ghost of herself. Like, no, River's in the library. It's actually River. She's downloaded. It's River in the library. Not a shade of River, not a shadow of River. It's River. So, why are you ruining the Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead concept and changing it now where she don't care. She's just just a shadow, a ghost of the past. She's just stuck in the library and the Doctor's just gotta, like, treat her like a piece of garbage and just, I don't pay attention to her and stuff. That's bad writing too. Digging yourself a hole, Moffat. So, I tell you, it's like the guy who made the greatest episodes of Doctor Who history, and then when he gets his own show, he becomes showrunner. It's like there's no form of checks and balances. There's nobody to tell Moffat, hey, you're doing it wrong, because then he'll fire them. I mean, it's like he did better episodes on the Russell T Davies. Sorry. You need somebody to put him in check. To show, hey, are you going to explain this? You're not? Well, then maybe you shouldn't do it. You can explain why, like, Great Intelligence hates the Doctor so much that he's willing to kill himself for basically losing, like, 2-3 times. That doesn't make sense. How do you know about the Valuard? I don't know, but that doesn't make sense. The Whispermen with the Doctor? That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, Whispermen and Great Intelligence? Didn't make sense. And then, basically, again, I say it, the Great Intelligence kidnaps men of Vastra, Jenny, and Strax in the past, never makes it to Bells and St. John. So, what are you going to explain away that he's just a portion of the Great Intelligence that messed with the Doctor? That doesn't make sense. So, it just sucks. And then you got Clara going into there, and what did she do? She failed. You make this whole thing with dramatic music, the impossible girl. I am the impossible girl. And she's like this, like flying around. And then she's like running after the Doctor. Guess what? She failed like 999,997 times. 3 times she was successful, where Asylum on the Daleks, Snowmen, and picking the TARDIS. That was terrible writing. Freaking beyond belief. And then she went in there to stop the Great Intelligence. Well, where is the Great Intelligence when she's in there? They're not fighting. They don't even see each other. So, like, you just created a paradox, Moffat. Just like you created, well, the Doctor should still be in the Pandorica, because Amy should not be in the Pandorica. It's like, ugh. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. He's stuck in the Pandorica. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it didn't open. It's like, if it would have made sense if he was in the Pandorica, Amy opened it, Amelia, and then he just, But then even then that would have made sense too. And it does make sense too how River Song just leaves a vortex manipulator in a bag on the floor. Like, something that can make you travel to time and everything, and you just leave it on the floor. I doubt that. That made no sense either. I don't know, man. He could have figured out some way to get the Doctor out of the Pandorica without creating a paradox. You're saying that the sonic screwdrivers touching each other explodes, but then the Doctor could hug himself, Amy could hold Amelia's hand. This is nonsense. Catherine Sardik is holding a younger Catherine Sardik. What's going on? Paradox. The whole friggin' show is in jeopardy in Paradox because Moffat is just going well beyond. Like, he should be sitting down. He should be watching these videos. And it should be like this. Like, just looking and just be like, shit. Like, that's what he should be doing. You know, not that he should be hating on me, but he should watch the fan videos and be like, shit. Like, you know, like, really. Yeah, he should say that word. He should, like, figure out a way to, I don't care, explain things. You know? Explain things. The doctor's still stuck in the Pandora. There's no way he got out. Way. Like, Rory should just be holding dead Amy, and then that's it. Like, he didn't get out of the Pandora. Like, you gotta have stuff make sense, and it doesn't. You know, it's like, think about it. How did he get out of the Pandora? You could, and don't look at the Moffat answer. He's in the Pandora. It closes. Amy's dead. Rory's holding her. The universe is collapsing. Okay, let's just say that, for argument's sake, the universe has changed and now you have Amelia. Okay? You could have had Amelia touch the Pandora or just go there without being led there by the doctor. Touch it, and then it opens and the doctor gets out and he's like, oh my god. And then he, you know, gets the TARDIS, I guess, or whatever, and goes back and fixes things. But instead, you start the episode for dramatic effect with Amy, which made no sense. You know, it's like, I'm still trying to think about it, like how this happened. You know, and then you have the doctor. They started, well, the doctor popped back in time and gave him the sonic screwdriver or told him, but he never got out of the Pandora. Like, does anybody think about the episode? He didn't get out. It's like, come on. Oh, I hate that. That's the one thing I can't stand is, like, the whole Doctor Who is in question because he really booted an episode, like, bad. And then it's like the Big Bang, you know? He goes in the crack. Like, what the frig is the crack? Really? And then everybody forgets him, but then River doesn't. Which, how does that make sense? And how did she get there when she don't have the vortex manipulator? And then he has it around his wrist still? And he's going through his time stream. Like, I don't understand what's happening. And then she remembers the doctor, and then he just pops in the TARDIS. He's okay, and then he gives River the. I mean, what's going on? If he has the vortex manipulator and he's zapping backwards, why don't he just zap backwards, forwards? I mean, I don't. That's crazy ass writing. Crazy. All over the place. All over the place. I don't know. Alright, take care, bye for now.